Hello Year 11 and welcome to our next video here on differentiation. Today we're differentiating with negative indices. Same crazy hair, different topic. So this will be fairly brief because it's not horribly complicated, because we just used the same rules we used for positive indices, right? We can use that same shortcut, bring the power down out the front and reduce it by 1. Just be careful when you are subtracting 1 from a negative number. Okay, that you're not actually adding 1. Common fault. So, here's a function with a negative index. How do you suppose we deal with this? Well, the negative 2 comes down, multiplies by the 3, gives us negative 6, and then I subtract 1 from negative 2. Remember, negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. That's it. That's the derivative. That's differentiating with a negative index. Hardly seems worth opening the video, does it? But, you get to see my crazy hair. Don't know what's going on there. I blame the coronavirus. Anyway, that's it. I didn't even have a recap here because there's not enough to recap. Oh, wait, there's another example. So professional. Anyway, so this time it doesn't necessarily look like a negative index, but x is down the bottom there, so I rewrite it with a negative index. Right, so we get 4x to the negative 3, then the negative 3 multiplies by 4 gives us negative 12, x to the negative 4. You may wish to rewrite that as negative 12 over x to the power of 4. It's up to you. I think that's perfectly fine like that. That's the end this time. My apologies. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I do have another brief little example here. It's not terribly related to negative indices, but maybe it could be, maybe it's not. We can tidy up our functions a little bit by factorising and cancelling perhaps to get rid of some fractions. So here we go. What do we do here? Well, I don't really want to write that as x squared plus 2x times x to the negative 1. I'm going to have to use another rule that we haven't learnt yet there. But I could factorise the numerator there, right? And when I do that, I get x outside of x plus 2. So over x, cancel the x's. My function is y equals x plus 2, which means the derivative of that function is a neat and tidy 1. Okay, that's all. I'm really worried about saying that's the end of the video because I've said that twice already and I was wrong, but this time, there we are. That's the end, right? Differentiating with negative indices. If you've got a fraction with x in the denominator, you might think about trying to bring it up to the top with a negative index because they're not that hard to deal with. Rightio. Next up, functions with fractional indices. Not very much harder. Okay, but having said all that, if you're unsure about anything that doesn't make any sense, and I do talk some rubbish, make sure that you jot down the question so you don't forget and ask me in class. Okay, that's how it works. See you then.